trying to pull us apart right there. Well, thank you for this day, Spirit, and thank you for being here this morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living right here in Emerita, California. And we gathered together this morning as one mind, one life, one God. And so I'm glad you're here with us, and I hope you are glad. Let's say, I'm glad you're here to everybody in the room. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. And now I want to tell you, I'm glad I'm here this morning, because otherwise I'd be home aching from the humidity, I think, anyway. But this is a good day. This is a great day. We've got a big program planned for you. So let's get together right now and find out what's really going on here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and our core president, Mr. Dave Minyard.
Good morning, everybody. How are we?
Good morning.
Awesome. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Valley. We are a new thought community based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, which revolve around the basic principles of the law of attraction and the power of positive thinking. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, we are glad you found us. We are glad you're here, and you are definitely welcome here. So our September theme is harvesting the fruits of our efforts through transcendent purpose. Every week this month, I've been just giving everybody a rundown on what transcendent purpose actually means. So living with transcendent purpose means going beyond limits, aligning with Spirit's call, and transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. As we honor what we've cultivated, let's also sow seeds for an inspired future, one filled with deeper purpose, greater abundance, and infinite possibility. All right, so now we know what time it is, right? Absolutely. There we go. Do we harvest the good we have sown? Absolutely. Do we live with transcendent purpose beyond limits and full of Spirit? Absolutely. Do we turn the ordinary into extraordinary? Absolutely. Is September our season of gratitude, abundance, and bold vision? Absolutely. Then September is our harvest, rich with gratitude, overflowing with abundance, and guided by transcendent purpose. And then ask as we are ready for it, we say together, absolutely. Give yourself a hand. Great. All right, on to the announcements. I think, is this the last Sunday of the month?
No.
No, there's one more. Okay.
One more.
Okay. Still have some time to go. One for October. Oh, October. I'm going to go to a good one for October. Okay. All right. So please silence your cell phones. No cell phones are contagious. Next week, our speaker is going to be Dave Friedman, and he's going to be speaking on Mission Possible. Always curious what that man's going to talk about. All right, so inside your bulletin, you'll find a list of community events happening at the center. There's a little something for everyone, so make sure you take a look. Also, before we go any further, I want to thank everyone who joined our community conversation last week after service. We heard so many themes: love, connection, family, and also the need for more spiritual meat, community participation, and outreach. We are going to share a full report and the next steps at the November members meeting, which the exact date will come soon. But for now, know that your voices are being heard, and we're excited about what's emerging. Also, if you missed this conversation, if you weren't here last week and were not able to attend and would like to be heard, you can see me at the sound booth after service, and I can give you a hard copy of the questionnaire. You can fill it out and bring it back. Also, inside the bulletin, we talk about, there's a little section there about the form, and there's a website, a link on that you can type in and go to that and fill it out online as well. It's super easy. It's going to be awesome. We're very much looking forward to the future here. Things are happening. So, upcoming events that we have our community drum circle happening in just a couple weeks, October 1st at 6:30. It's the first Wednesday of every month, facilitated by our very own White Feather, and this is a special one. It's going to be the 3-year anniversary of the drum circle. So, 3 years going strong. It is a beacon for a lot of people in this community. It is such a unique experience and just an amazing energetically strong event. So if you have not been to it, I highly recommend coming to it. And if Wi-Fi will say a little something about it today.
Well, it's one of my times to have the fun that I was having as a kid. I'm always going to be a kid when it comes to drumming. So this is that time that you can express yourself with nature. All the drums that are made around the world are made with animal skins, and are made with the indigenous trees. And that's the time I like us to get together to feel the vibe of love. That's why I'm here to facilitate that drum circle. I will be in this time playing a very special flute that someone had gifted to me months ago, but you'll have to come to the drum circle to hear that flute being played. So bring everybody with you. I expect to see you there. Peace.
Yeah, so again, that is October 1st. It's the first Wednesday of every month. We are looking forward to this one. The one thing I forgot to mention is, in case you weren't able to get a bulletin, the website to go to look at to fill out the form is cslmenifee.org/planning. Okay, just memorize it, people. No, it's on the form. It's on the form. So if you have any questions about it, just come see me afterwards. If you have a prayer request of the week, please place it in the prayer box located underneath that portion of Ernest Homes over there. And now, before I intro Eloise to lower the energy that I am feeling right now, please repeat after me. Open minds.
Open minds.
Open hearts.
Open hearts.
Open arms.
Open arms.
Open at the top.
Open at the top.
Thank you all. Have a great week.
Let's take 3 deep breaths. My chant today is in honor of the green Tara, the goddess in Buddhism. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om Tare Tare, Tu Tare Ture Soham. Om. And on this beautiful Sunday morning, where we find ourselves in this blessed sanctuary, all of us are members of a God committee. Everyone in the world belongs to the God committee. And you recognize the strength and power you have within, which builds when you know who you are. Your awareness of the God within you provokes you to be here on Sunday, to meditate, to pray, to wherever you feel like you are in connection with that God Spirit, that divine energy, that perfectness. Knowing you are perfect, whole, complete, and divine. And my gratitude for recognizing my strengths, my weaknesses, my ability to call on that God Spirit and find my own answers. And in my gratitude, I release my word into the law of mind, recognizing who we are, who I am, who you are. We are all God. And together we say, and so it is.
working on for a while. I'm an honorary member of the Temple of Isis, all women's organization for many centuries ago. I was inducted probably 11 or 12 years ago. I've been talking to the goddesses from the temple, and Whitefeather is making a special announcement because I will be running a women's empowerment weekend. I'll be the one fixing the food, and we're going to get some of the goddesses from the Temple of Isis to come down and actually join me with this quest. So I'll give you some up and coming dates as time goes by. Thank you very much.
Well, now it's time for a reading from the Science of Mind, and I just wanted to make this thought clear before we get into the reading of the writings of Ernest Holmes. Ernest Holmes, our founder, actually started out as an orator. Long before he was ever ordained in any religion, he was on the Chautauqua circuits, traveling around, speaking, and he was an orator. So he was a dynamic speaker. He had strength behind the word. He had power, and he had the authority. So know that everything that we read that Ernest Holmes wrote, he had presented before as an oration to hundreds and thousands of people. And in fact, when he finally moved to California, he and his brother did the same thing, went on a circuit, although his brother was an ordained minister, and later on Ernest became ordained. But before that, everything you heard from Ernest Holmes was said with authority and a strength behind it, because he was a speaker. And this morning, I read from Ernest Holmes: daily meditate on the perfect life, on the perfect life. A good practice is to sit and realize that you are the center of divine attraction, that all things are coming to you, that the power within is going out and drawing back all that you will ever need. Don't argue with it, just do it. And when you have finished, leave it all to the law, knowing that it will be done. Declare that all life, all love, and power are now in your life. Declare that you are now in the midst of plenty. Stick to it, even though you may not be yet be able to see the results. It will work. And those who believe the most always get the most. Think of the law as your friend, always looking out for you and always looking out for your interests. Trust completely in it, and it will bring all your good to you. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. And so it is this morning that I get to introduce our guest speaker. And we're going to move some furniture around here for a minute. The Reverend Ann Woodward. Happy now?
I'm happy.
All right. down.
Okay.
She doesn't take. She doesn't take.
I listen. I listen. That's good. There we go. Then I can see everybody. All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Bill. So. Maybe just want to balance myself. Thank you. Well, I've got to say, am I on?
Yep.
Okay. That every time I end up here speaking, that I see many, many friends now. That I've come back many times, and so you're used to what my method is, because I am a teacher, not necessarily a speaker, but this is a teaching philosophy. And I've got to say, Spirit works in wonderful ways. I was trying to figure out how I was going to explain that we're going to do a meditation today. And Bill so nicely read from Ernest Holmes to meditate. So we will be doing that. My talk today is bringing in the harvest. And what I'm saying about that is that we have planted seeds way back at the beginning of the spring, and those seeds were seeds of what we were looking forward to having in our lives. So tomorrow marks the beginning of the autumnal equinox. Easy for me to say. In my view, autumn calls to us to embrace the glorious splendor. And that splendor is the leaves turning color and falling to the ground. In September, we begin the harvest. We gather in what we have accomplished and celebrate it at Thanksgiving. So this month and next, we reflect on what didn't work and what did work in our lives. We focus on balance and prepare a place within our very being, our subconscious, as to what stays and what needs to be dropped away. Just like the falling leaves, we have a lot to go in order to move forward in growth and in healing. So I know that some of us older members in the group go, okay, well, I've done this a lot of times, and I've heard it a lot of times, but we think of that as the peeling away of the onion, because we want to get to that center. And each day we have that opportunity to take a little bit more off the onion and see our lives a little bit deeper and gather in that consciousness that connects us. So today I'd like to see how many people we can connect, really connect. Sometimes I get frustrated thinking that are they really able to connect at a deep level? And sometimes we make it and sometimes we don't. So we're going to try and do that today. Okay, so, and we look for good results. We look for the good harvest. And so hopefully we can do that. And there's a little prayer that talks about that. It's an ancient prayer that goes like this. This is the translation. It says, God of sea and mountain, God of sun and moon, let us welcome the equinox as a sign of our ever-renewing creation. Now, Ernest Holmes said this, good is at the root of everything, but good must be recognized. Since there is but one Spirit, and this Spirit is in you and in everything, then everywhere you go, you will see Spirit and that's from this thing called you. So today we're connecting with our subconscious mind. And this is where the creative side of our brain is. We create art and poetry and music and vision our possibilities. This is the place where we create what we want in our real reality, our conscious expression of life. As Ernest Holmes says, it is in the unity with life which makes our thoughts creative. We must come into conscious union with spirit. And so today, I'm hoping that I can facilitate some of that, where we really truly come to a real conscious union of what that is. So when I looked up the word, the meaning of equinox, I found that equinox is a Latin word for equal night. Of course, we know that it signifies the balance, excuse me, of day and night, when the sun shines directly at the equator, creating equal day and equal night. Now, this marks the official start of autumn in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere, it's the first day of spring. So take a look, think about it in those terms. Think about how we're entering into that darkness of the winter, and on the reverse side, spring is happening. So we can look forward to our spring, but in the quiet of the winter, we can contemplate who we really are and go deeper. This is the time to go deeper. So I have a quick story to tell you. My little granddaughter, who is now turning 21 in December, was visiting me. She was raised for the first 10 or 12 years with her father and mother in Argentina. So she came to visit for the fall, and she's sitting in the back seat where you got to put the kids when they're little, you know, riding along, and she said, "Grandma, I do not like it here." And I said, "You don't? Why?" She said, "Well, when I was home, all the trees were alive and they're all dead here." She came from spring into winter or fall. And so I explained to her what had happened. So now, just as the trees lose their leaves, we shed what no longer serves us. That's what we do right now. We enter the rest time. This is our rest time, kind of in a way hibernation. The time when we prepare to look to our inner equilibrium, the balance between what worked and what needs to fall away. So I'd like you just to kind of envision that. The things that are not working, those just can fall to the ground, but they're pretty. They're those pretty leaves that fall. And I'd like to take time to reflect on what works for me and let go of what didn't. So I'm seeking a vision of what the final months of this year could mean for me. So I'm going to invite you to do the same. So Ann would ask us to go into meditation. Let's take a few minutes. Rest back in your seats. As I and White Feather take you on a journey. As you relax, let your inner vision come into focus. So let's just take a breath in. Focus inward on your breath. Just that normal breath in and out. I ask you to, as you're doing your breathing, envision a box appearing before you. This is your attention box. As you hold it, think of placing a positive vision in your box, something that you want to see in your future days. A vision for the coming months, a vision that will bring you a fresh view of what you have accomplished spiritually this year. In other words, what you have harvested, what you want to continue positive experiences you want to keep as a vision. Just consciously take a look around you. What is that vision that you'd like? And White Feather's going to take you on that little quest for your vision. Place your vision into your box that you're holding. If not, please envision that vision, that part, that vision going into the box now. As you hold your box, notice that all this time, you've been sitting in the center of a golden circle. At the top of this circle is a walkway out. As you see this opening, You are drawn effortlessly to glide along through this opening. You have a sense of anticipation. You have become aware that you are traveling in a ball of white light. You notice that you have been on this golden path before. It is the one mind, that vibratory field of energy, where we all live and have our being. This is the place where you leave your conscious mind and open to your subconscious. Now before you, there's a beautiful door opening into a temple. The door opens, and before you stands your loving soul. This loving being is you, that loving essence that you are. You hand your box to that loving you, and stepping back into the temple, your essence takes the vision out of the box and places it into that subconscious mind, the creative side of your being. Now, your vision rests in the one mind, where it will take form. You hear yourself say, "Thank you." As you glide along the golden path in your white light, white feather will bring us back into this room. Sit comfy and safely surrounded in love. Now in this elevated awareness, we deepen our understanding of our purpose. We shift from old paradigms into a new paradigm that is healthier and supportive of who we are. We shift into a world that works for all. The bonus for us is that we gain greater clarity and and thus elevate our understanding of who we are, what we will become, or what we have become. Tasha Silver, in her book, Change Me Prayers, says this: I stand in the center of my reality as a spark of the divine. Let all that wishes to come, come. Let all that wishes to go, go. My life unfolds in divine perfection. So as we move into this time of harvest, let's remember the seeds that have been sown, the harvest we gather, and the good that we have found. Now, the time has come to share ourselves in the unity of spirit. And I choose to close my talk today from Ernest Holmes, this thing called You, page 105, if you want to look it up. And here's what he says: the law of good is flowing through me. I am one with the rhythm of life. There is nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be uncertain about. God is over all, in all, and through all. God is right where I am. I am at peace with myself. I am at peace with everyone around me. I am at peace with the world in which I live. I am at home with the divine spirit in which I am immersed. And so it is.
So it is. So it is. Thank you, Ann Woodward. Thank you so much.
And I have a closing.
And now it's time for our offertory. And I'm sure Eloise would like to add a thought to that.
Good morning. There's no coffee today. I just wanted to get that up front. I'd really love you to repeat after me. I am rich.
I am rich.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am the wealthy child of God.
I am a wealthy child of God.
I give and receive abundantly.
I give and receive abundantly.
And now, Gail, our usher, will be coming around to accept your donations, your tithes, your gifts. And thank you very much. And now we'll be singing I Am So Blessed with Brian.
It's going, it's taking a second.
I
so we know that what has been given today is given in love, and that as it goes out, it returns more than tenfold to blessing this center and all that are giving and all that are receiving. And so it is.
And so it is.
And then, now there's one more thing. Eloise, of course, went out of place. It was her fault that we forgot to do the closing prayer, so
So we'll
I'm
do
picking
that.
on her.
That's okay.
So Eloise, I'm sorry, so Ann will now give us the closing prayer from her message.
So we do this because if we were perfect, we wouldn't have everybody feeling comfortable. So, I know there is one presence, and this presence is loving, kind, forgiving, joyful, life-affirming, and non-judgmental. This presence is right where I am. I am in unity with it and express it in my life. Throughout this coming week, I share these very thoughts, for I am loving, kind, joyful, life-affirming, and non-judgmental. I am grateful to be part of this wonderful experience that is life. And so it is.
And so it is.
Oh, it is. Well, now that finally does wrap up this day. We have only one more thing left to do. I had a wonderful time today. I don't know about you. We had fun today, didn't we? Wasn't it great? And some delightful flute and unexpected music from Whitefeather. I didn't know that you were going to do that. Okay, here we go. We're going to circle up and do our closing song. I am so glad. Let there be peace on earth.
Let there be
You don't have to circle up if you don't want to, but certainly.